Hi, everybody.
Hi.
My name's Firefighter Cory, and this is Firefighter Josh. We're excited to join you today and talk more about fire prevention and how you can stay safe. And when there's an emergency, we want to start with how do you call for help? So let's say you were walking home from school and you saw fire coming out the windows of a house. Who can tell me how you would call for help? That's a good one. Absolutely. Go ahead. How would you call for help?
You call the fireman.
Okay, good. How about you?
You call 911.
You call 911.
And then you tell them your emergency and ask for the firefighter.
Perfect. What if you were going down the street and you saw somebody on a bike get hit by a car? Ellie?
You call 911 and ask for the ambulance and say your address.
Great idea. Could you come up and write 911 nice and big on the flip chart for us? Great job. Thanks, Ellie. 911, that's how we call for help. How about any other examples of an emergency where you would call 911? Okay, go ahead, Clara.
If an example is if somebody was drowning.
Yeah, if somebody was drowning, that's a great example. Okay, one more. Preston?
If someone was getting robbed.
Getting robbed. Yep. Would a firefighter come to that? Who would come to that?
Police.
Yes, exactly, because that police will come help you too. So that's great. All right, Ellie, go ahead and sit down. Thank you. Now, we're going to talk about fire. Is fire good or is fire bad?
Bad. Both.
Both. That's perfect. What's an example of a good fire? Okay, go ahead.
Maybe like a campfire where you roast marshmallows.
A campfire to roast marshmallows on. I love that. Yeah. Clara, how about you?
Fireplace.
Fireplace. So, Ellie, one more good fire.
Like a controlled burn where they have like weed or pesticide that they can't control, and they do a controlled burn to get rid of it.
A controlled burn to get rid of some. All right, I like it. All right, what about bad fire? Wow, there's a lot of hands. Go ahead.
Maybe your house goes on fire.
Sure, if your house is burning, absolutely. Great example. Maddie?
Instead of a campfire, an uncontrolled campfire that's really big and could spread everywhere and could possibly spread all the way to your house.
Yeah, a campfire gets out of control, starts burning the trees and the grass and the whole campground down. Great example. Ellie?
A fire that doesn't have any vehicles or firefighters around it and it's just burning.
Right, an out of control fire. Yeah, well, guys, those are great. Okay, Preston, one more.
Wildfire.
A wildfire, yeah, outdoors in the forest or the grasslands. Those are great examples, guys.
That's a controlled one.
It could if it's a controlled one. No, those are great examples, guys, because fire is our friend, right? We can cook with it. It can keep us warm on a cool night. It can heat our house like a fireplace. But if it gets out of control or we're not careful, then it could get everywhere. It could be deadly, absolutely. So now let's talk about some fire safety practices. So if you were, oh, there we go. Firefighter Josh has a lighter. So should he, and he's got some matches. Is this trouble?
If someone who doesn't know how to use them is using them, yes.
Sure. So what if somebody, hey buddy, what if somebody was like doing this and kind of, ooh, look at those. Is that safe?
No.
No. What are matches for?
Lighting campfires and lighting little fires.
Yeah, absolutely. So we don't play with matches or lighters, right? Yeah, or fire. If there's a campfire going or you need help with a fire, who should you ask? Go ahead. A grown-up. Yeah, that's a great idea.
So if you guys were out on the playground or outside on a walk with your parents and you came across those, are you guys gonna pick them up?
No.
What should you do?
Tell a parent.
Tell a parent, maybe tell the teacher if you're at school, right? Because we don't want you guys playing with these, because then you guys could maybe start playing with them like Cory did, maybe catch your clothes on fire, and then we'd have to teach you stop, drop, and roll, right?
Mm.
These are tools, right?
They're dangerous.
Like you guys have a pencil, crayons, Ellie's coloring, right? Those are your guys' tools. These are tools for adults, okay?
Only
You
for
guys
adults.
don't play with these, okay?
Only for adults.
What's that noise?
Fire alarm.
You guys are so smart.
So what do you do when you hear the fire alarm go off?
Get out of here.
Get out of here. I love it. Claire?
You get out of the house.
You get out of the house.
Or the building. Or the building.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Is that loud?
Yes.
Yes. So, yeah. So let's talk about who has an escape plan at home?
I know.
You do? And does your escape plan say how you get out of the house if the smoke alarm goes off?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about, does it have a meeting place? Whoops. Do you have a meeting place where you're going to meet outside? Yes. So your parents know where to find you? Yeah. And
Where is your guys' meeting spot? I heard mailbox,
Tree.
tree,
Your roofs. Neighbor's house.
neighbor's house.
Yeah. There
Where
would be like a neighborhood
where do we
plan.
like that meeting place to be? Do you think we want it at the back of your house or the front of your house?
Front of your house.
The front? Why is that?
Because there's grass in the backyard, so it could spread around the grass. And in the backyard.
What's this tall is on every street corner is painted red, and dogs really love them.
Fire hydrants.
Fire hydrants, right? You think the fire truck's gonna pull up to the back of your house?
No.
No, we're gonna come to the front of your house to that fire hydrant. So that's why we want it out front, okay?
Daddy, I know.
Because then we're gonna get off the truck, we're gonna go up to mom, dad, be like, all right, is everyone out of the house? And they're hopefully gonna be able to be like, yep, everybody's here, right? But Corey, my iPad's
Yeah.
in the house.
oh, your iPad?
Yeah.
Should he go get it?
No.
What about
No.
my blanket?
Oh, his special blankie. Now keep in mind, he's going to cry without it. Should he go back in and get it?
No. We should buy a new one.
Perfect answer. Absolutely. We can replace the blanket and the iPad. We can't replace you. Right?
The most important thing is you get out and stay out. Can everyone say that?
Get
Out and stay out. Well done, everybody. Who knows what this is?
Fire extinguisher.
A fire extinguisher.
Fire, then you can use that.
Yes.
hose.
Yeah, and a hose. Now, fire extinguishers, anybody have one in your house?
I do.
You do?
We have one in our basement.
Okay. Well, Josh and Ellie are going to demonstrate how you would use a fire extinguisher. Now, if your parents, if you haven't been taught how to use it yet, then wait till they teach you. But we're going to show you an easy way to remember how to use a fire extinguisher. And can everybody remember, what's that? What did firefighter Josh write? Pass. Yes. Has anybody heard of that before for a fire extinguisher? You have? Awesome. You cool. So, Ellie, now this one's got a clip on it. We're not going to actually do it. But the first thing, the P, is pull the pin. So she would pull the pin. Everybody see the pin? Okay. So she would pull the pin and just break that strap. All right. And then A, she's going to aim. What does she aim?
She aims at the fire.
That's where she aims, absolutely, at the fire. What does she aim? What does she aim towards the fire?
The hose.
The hose, yep, absolutely. And then, if Claire's the fire, do I aim for her head or do I aim for her feet?
Finger.
Finger. We want to aim for the base or feet, the bottom of the fire. Okay? So then, what does she do next? Anybody know? Go ahead, Claire.
She pushes the lip down.
Squeeze, yep. S is squeeze. You're going to squeeze the handle, and that's going to let the retardant out that puts out the fire. And then she sweeps. So she pulls the pin, Ellie, aim, Claire's feet, squeeze, and then sweep, left to right, back and forth. Nice and slow, yep, all the way. Now, does she stop when the fire gets small? No, when should she stop?
When the fire's out.
When the fire's out.
Existing.
Perfect answer, guys. That's a great job. Let's give Ellie a hand for helping. Yay. Nicely done, guys.
All right, so next we're gonna be talking about what happens if your clothes catch on fire, right? If you guys were at the campfire cooking some yummy s'mores, okay? So your clothes catch on fire, do you think you're gonna wanna run around and scream, yell, ah, right? Do we wanna do that? What are we gonna do?
Stop, drop, and roll.
Stop, drop, and roll. You wanna give me a hand here, Preston? Stand up for a second there, bud. Can you kind of run this way? Just run. Did you guys see what happened to that flame? It got bigger, right? Everybody go, you can come back over here, bud. Take a deep breath. What does fire need? Air, oxygen, right? Just like we do. So when he's running across, it got bigger, right? So we don't want to run. Preston, stand up for me. So we're gonna have Preston stop, drop where he's at, cover his eyes, nose, mouth, drop to the ground, and roll until that fire's out, all right? Can you show me that? Stop, drop, cover your eyes, roll around, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Go back the other way. And look what happens, right? The fire is gonna go out. We cover our eyes, nose, and mouth. Why?
Because some of the most important parts of our body.
Right. We can't get a new eyes, new nose, new mouth, can we? So how about we have some more practice? Do you want to give a hand? Stand up. Stop where you're at. Drop to the ground. Cover your face. Keep rolling. Roll, roll, roll. And look it. He put the fire out, didn't he? Perfect. You want to try? Go ahead, bud. Stop. Drop to the ground. Cover. Good job covering the face. Roll, roll, roll. Keep rolling. And eventually the fire would go out, right? Do you want to give it a try? Yeah. All right, stand up. Stop where you're at. Drop to the ground. Cover your face. Roll. Keep rolling, roll, roll, roll. Roll back the other way. Yeah. And the fire goes out. So if you're ever around a campfire, or even if your parents ever are around a campfire and you see their clothes, just remember, say stop, drop, and roll. Can we all say that together? Stop, drop, and roll. All right, boys and girls. So next we're gonna talk about our gear and stuff. Do you think Cory here could go into your guys' house looking for you if we ever had to, dressed just the way he is?
No.
No? Why not? Because why?
Because then the fire would get on him and he would burn.
Right, then Cory would probably have to do the stop, drop, and roll. So we have special gear that we wear inside your guys' houses if we ever have to come inside and look for you, right? So should we have Cory put that on right now?
Yes.
So you guys aren't afraid of him? Because we don't want to be afraid of firefighters, right? We're there to help. So what Cory's putting on is what we call bunker pants. They almost kind of look like your guys' snow pants that you wear in the winter, don't you? Mm-hmm. But we have to wear ours in the summertime, and they're pretty warm, right? Is it still Firefighter Cory, though?
Yes.
Yeah. It's going to look a little different. Sometimes maybe better than what some people recognize, right?
Got a suit on.
Yep. And if you look at his boots here, look it. You think he could feel that? Nothing, right? We got to protect our feet. What's he putting on now?
His jacket.
A jacket, right? Big winter coat almost? What do you think that is?
To protect him from like the face mask so it doesn't feel bad.
Yep. Covers all the skin right back here on our neck and all that, because we can't have any skin showing, right? So he's starting to look a little different, isn't he? Yeah. Is he scary? No. No? Still Firefighter Cory, right? Mm-hmm. What do you think he needs now?
Gloves.
Gloves? Got to protect his hands.
Oh. He needs a hat.
A hat? Like our helmet?
His thing will cover his face.
The thing that covers his face, that? Yep.
Whoa.
We call that a face mask or a face piece. So Cory's gonna put it on.
And he's gonna look like...
So that protects and helps get air to his face, right? Because we can't breathe all that nasty smoke in. Are we scared of him?
No.
Is that still Firefighter Cory in there?
Yes.
Say hi to him.
Hi, guys.
See, you can still talk to you guys, right? What do you think that is?
An air pack. An air pack.
An air pack, right? You all have backpacks, right?
Just like that.
Turn around. Except for this is how we breathe inside the fire, right? We don't want to breathe that nasty stuff that's all up here. Nope, no fire right now. So in here, he's got a bunch of air, just like we're breathing right now. So when Cory turns that on, you're going to hear a couple of beeps. They're a little loud.
Put everything on.
So he's got that air on. He's got his helmet to protect his head.
His gloves.
And he'll get his gloves on, yep. He's got to strap up that helmet so it doesn't fall off when he's searching.
Connect the two. Dad.
Hey, guys.
Still Firefighter Cory, right?
Yes.
Yeah, nobody's scared of him, are you?
No.
So if Cory had to come in your house, he's going to hook up that air. Who's that sound like?
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader, right? If you ever hear that sound and you're inside your house and there was a fire, scream, shout, yell, I'm over here, I'm over here. Because that's a firefighter coming to look for you, okay? And we don't want you to be scared.
Hello. Hello.
Do you guys want to give Cory a high five? See, there's nothing scary about him, is there? Still a firefighter Cory, but it's all the stuff that we have to wear to protect ourselves so we can protect you, okay? Should we let Cory get out of that stuff because it's pretty hot? No? You're going to make him wear it?
Hey everybody, we're at the end of our presentation, but before we leave, we want to answer any questions that you have. Now, we don't necessarily want stories about this time that your dog walked out the window or whatever, but any questions you have about the gear that we saw, about the drill, stop, drop, and roll, fire safety, anything like that, we'd love to get your questions. And for all of you in the classroom, if you have questions, go ahead and give it to your teacher, and your teacher can email it to us at the station and we'll get you answers. So let's start with who got the first question. Go ahead.
Do you take cases often?
Do we take cases often?
Like when there's fires, do you do that a lot?
Do we go, Josh, do we go to a lot of fires?
Luckily here in Waunakee, we don't have a lot of fires.
But you do have a lot of car crashes.
We do.
We do have
Quite
more?
a bit of highway and major intersections, so we get quite a few car accidents. Otherwise, we go to calls that we like to call smells and bells, where that smoke detector goes off, and it might just be us having to come and replace your battery. So remember, every 6 months, tell your parents, change those batteries.
Absolutely.
And you get a lot of medical assistance.
Medical assistance, yep, sometimes. Claire, what's your question?
At school, when they pull down the fire thing and it's just a test, do you guys still get it?
We're not supposed to, but as of lately, we have been. It's a good practice for us, too, because then we know and make sure you guys are all being safe because your teachers go outside, right? Have the clipboard and count each and every one of you and make sure you're all there, right?
Yeah. And Claire, it hasn't happened for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
It happened today from Arboretum. So sometimes it does happen, but we still come. What's your question?
How long does it usually take you to save a fire?
To put out a fire?
How big?
How big?
Like a decent sized fire, like the size of like if say the kitchen was burning in your
The
house.
kitchen was
All right, so we got a kitchen fire in a house. How long would it take us to put it out?
Say probably a good hour.
And that would include putting the fire out, and then we do something called overhaul, where we're really making sure we investigate
Oh,
and got the fire out, pulling things out of the wall, checking the ceiling, just making sure the fire is completely out. Ellie, what's your question?
How long does it take you to get on your gear?
So I'll tell you, I'll ask Josh here in a second, but I'll tell you the state standard. So we all have to go to class and we get a state test, a state certification to be a firefighter. And in your state test, you have to get all that gear I had on tonight, including the air tank and the mask and the helmet. You got to get everything on in less than 2 minutes if you're comfortable. Josh, how about you?
55 seconds.
There you go, 55 seconds. Claire, question?
How heavy is the gear?
When it's dry or when it's wet?
Which one?
Yeah. When you have all that bunker gear on and the backpack, everything that I had on, it's going to be right around 50, 55 pounds.
And you're gonna be.
How many of you weigh less than 55 pounds? Yeah, you got a couple. 65, okay. Then when it gets wet, it can be 75 or more because it soaks up a lot of water. Or
Then where's your bedroom?
my bedroom's in my house. All right, any more questions about fire?
Speaking on that question, do you
Sure.
think Cory or I live at the fire station?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
We all get to go home to our families, right? We go home to our kids. We stay at our house. So Cory lives out there. I live out there. We have no beds here.
My dad lives over there.
Over
Yeah.
there, yep. We all carry this thing. It's called a pager. So this thing, when you guys dial that special number, what was that special number?
911.
Awesome
nice job.
So when you guys call 911, you're not calling the fire station. You're calling the dispatch center in Madison. They get all that information from you guys, and then they set off our pager. We hustle out of our bed, get in our car, and come down here, get all that gear on, get on the truck, and then come to your house or wherever the incident was. Okay?
Out your suit.
So nobody stays here at the fire station. We don't even have a fire dog.
No.
Why?
Any more questions about fire?
No.
All right, you guys have been awesome helpers. We really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody out there. Stay safe. Let us know if you have any questions.
And don't make a fight.
All right, thanks.